Hello friends, this is Professor Pratap N. Shinde. Welcome you all for the lecture series of engineering mechanics. In previous lecture, we have learned the condition of equilibrium of non-concurrent force system. Non-concurrent force system means the forces which are not meeting at a single point. There may be the different types of non-concurrent force system like parallel, unlike parallel force system. Okay, also we have learned in last lecture the types of support. So there are the different types of supports. So which are those types of supports? Roller support. The reaction offered by the roller support is perpendicular to the point of contact and only one reaction is offered by the roller support. Now another type of support is the hinge support. The reaction offered by the hinge support is two reactions. One is horizontal and another one is vertical. Then next type of support is the fixed support. The reaction offered by the fixed support is three reactions. The reaction offered by the three fixed supports are the three reactions. Then we have learned the types of beams. There are the different types of beams. Simply supported beam, overhang beam, fixed beam. So these are the same types of beams. Again we have learned in last lecture the different types of loading. So what are the different types of loading? Point load, UDL. UDL means uniformly distributed load, and the another type of loading is UVL, uniformly varying load, as well as the couple or the moment. So these are the some types of loading we have learned in last lecture. So these are the prerequisites required while solving the numericals of non-concurrent force system. Okay, so let's move towards the today's topic is non-concurrent force system. Okay, so just we are going to solve one numericals in order to find out the support reactions required to withstand the load which are coming on the beams in order to maintain the equilibrium. Okay. So today's topic is equilibrium of non-concurrent force system. So I am going to read out the statement. Find the magnitude and direction of reactions at support A and B for the beam AB as shown in figure. So here one beam is given. The span of the beam is 6 meter. At end A, which type of load is there? Yes, there is at point A, which type of support is there? At A, there is a hinge support. Okay. Then at point B, there is a one inclined plane is there, and on that inclined plane, the support is there. So this type of support is known as a roller support. Yes. So reaction offered by the hinge supports, two reactions. So we have to replace while drawing the hinge support in FBD by the two reactions, and while drawing the FBD of beam, so we have to replace the roller support by the only one reaction. So on that beam, this beam AB is having span 6 meter. At point C, there is an inclined load at an angle of 60 degree with respect to horizontal, and magnitude is 60 kilonewtons. So types of different types of loading are given. So at D there is one inclined load, at E also there is one inclined load is given. So first step, solution, we have to draw the free body diagram of that beam. Solution. Okay. So while drawing the free body diagram, I have replaced the reaction at A by the two reactions, or this is hinge type of support is hinge. So therefore reaction offered by the hinge support is two reaction. One is in X direction, another one in Y direction. Therefore I have written over here AX and AY. Similarly, if you observe this end B, there is a roller support which is resting on an inclined plane which makes an angle of 60 degree with respect to horizontal. So always the reaction at the point of contact is perpendicular, or we can say that reaction is always perpendicular or normal to the point of contact. If this angle is 90 degree, this angle is 60 degree. So what is this angle? If we now we can say that this angle is 90, this angle is 60, so this angle is 30 degree. So reaction at the point of contact makes an angle of 90 degree and it is inclined at an angle of 30 degree with respect to horizontal is given. So here I have replaced this roller support by the reaction RB, which makes an angle of 30 degree with respect to horizontal. Okay, now comes towards the point C. Now at point C there is a 60 kilonewton load which is inclined at an angle of 60 degree and it is in fourth quadrant. So therefore I have replaced this inclined load by its two components. One is in vertical direction and one is in horizontal direction. Angle with respect to horizontal is given 60 degree. So vertical component is 60 sine of 60 vertically downward and the horizontal component is towards right because it is in fourth quadrant. So 60 cos of 60. These are the two component of this force 60 kilonewton, which is inclined one. Similarly, this force 80 kilonewton, it is in third quadrant. So we have to replace this, or we have to resolve this force into its two components. What are the two components? So first component is 80 sine of 75. It is in downward direction because the force is in third quadrant. Similarly, the x component is towards left because the force is in third quadrant. So 80 cos of 75 is these two are the components of 80 kilonewton force. Again, next force is 50 kilonewton. It is in fourth quadrant. Therefore, I have to replace this force by its two orthogonal components, or we have to resolve this force. So first component in vertical direction, that is 50 sine of 60, and the another component it is towards right, so that is 50 cos of 60. So these two are the component of force 50 kilonewton. So instead of 50 kilonewton I have written its two component at point E. Similarly, I have resolved the RB into its two component, RB sine of 30, it should be 30, and RB cos of 30 because the angle with respect to horizontal is 30 degree. Okay. Now they have asked us to find out the reaction at end A and at end B, that is RA and RB, that we have to be find out. So for that we have to apply the condition of equilibrium. What are the conditions of equilibrium for solving the non-concurrent force system problem? So there are the three conditions of equilibrium. First one is summation of f of x is equal to 0. I assume towards right is positive. Summation of f of y is equal to 0. Towards up I have assumed positive. And the third condition which we have introduced is summation of moment which is equal to 0, and I assume the anti-clockwise moment is positive. So these three conditions are required while solving the problems of non-concurrent force system. What is summation of f of x? Summation of all the forces in x direction. What is summation of f of y? Summation of all the forces in y direction, or we can say summation of all the forces in vertical direction. What is moment? That is summation of moment, summation of all the moments. Okay, whether we have to take the moment at any point. Okay, so that doesn't matter. Now first start with the first equation, that is summation of f of x. So I will write down the equation here so you will better understand. Okay, summation of f of x, summation of all the forces in horizontal direction or in x direction. So let's begin with the first force. Okay, here is the first force is Ax. So I will write down here Ax. Then second force in horizontal direction, it is towards right. Ax is towards right, therefore positive. Then second 60 cos of 60, it is towards right, therefore it is positive. Then after that, which force is there? Yes, this is third force, 80 cos of 75. It is plus or minus? It is towards left, therefore it is minus. So minus 80 cos of 75. Okay, let me check that whether our sign convention is correct or not. Yes, it is in third quadrant. In third quadrant, x negative, y negative. This is in fourth quadrant, y negative, x positive. Similarly, this force is in again fourth quadrant, x negative, y positive. So that is again plus 50 cos of 60. 50 cos of 60, and the another component, the x component of reaction RB is RB cos of 30. It is towards left, so that is minus. So minus RB cos of 30, which is equal to 0. So you have to simplify this now. So I will write down Ax is equal to plus, now tell me 60 cos of 60, yes, what is that value? That value is 30 minus 20.758 minus 20.705 plus 25 minus RB, what is cos of 30? 0.707, is it so? Or I will write down cos of 30 as it is. Okay. So after solving this equation, Ax plus 30 minus 20.705 plus 25 minus RB cos of 30, you will get one equation Ax minus 0.866 RB minus is equal to minus 34.295. I will give the nomenclature to this equation, or I will say it is equation number 1. Similarly, summation of f of y. What is summation of f of y? Summation of all the forces in y direction. Means we have to club all the forces, those who are in y direction, and add algebraically according to its sign convention. So here I have written the equation summation of f of y is equal to 0. Means summation of all the forces which is equal to 0. So what are the forces in y direction here? Starting from the point A, that is ay. So plus ay minus 60, second force is minus 60 sine of 60, minus 80 sine of 75, third force is minus 50 sine of 60, and the component of RB is plus RB sine of 30. So you will get the value of ay plus 0.5 RB. Take this side into right hand side. So it is 172.53 kilonewton. So these two equations are there. So in these two equations there are how many unknowns? Ay, RB, Ax and RB. So Ax, Ay and RB, these three unknowns are there. Therefore whether these two equations are utilized in order to find out the unknowns. So here three unknowns, two equations. We cannot able to find out the unknowns here. So we require one more condition of equilibrium. What is that condition? That condition is moment, and that we have to equate it to 0. For equilibrium, summation of moment about any point is equal to 0. And I have assumed the condition anti-clockwise is positive. So moment around A of all the forces. So Ay and Ax, these two are the components of the support reaction at A. Because this is hinge support, so I have replaced it by the two reactions. Both these two are passing through point A, so perpendicular distance is 0, because we know that moment is nothing but the force into perpendicular distance. As perpendicular distance is 0, so moment created by these two forces will be 0. So these two forces does not appear in your equation of moment. Then second force 60. So we have resolved this 60 kilonewton into its two components, 60 cos of 60 and 60 sine of 60. This 60 cos of 60 is passing through point A, so it will not create any moment. So moment created by this only one force, 60 sine of 60, and the perpendicular distance is 1. So 60 sine of 60 into 1, it will create the moment in clockwise sense. So 60 sine of 60 into perpendicular distance 1, and I have given the sign minus because it will create the moment in clockwise sense. Similarly, this force, I have resolved this force into its two components. Out of that two components, horizontal component is passing through point A. So the perpendicular distance of this horizontal component is 0. So it does not create any moment about point A. So the force, the only vertical component of 80 kN force which create the moment about point A. So what is that moment? This is force 80 sine of 75 and the distance is AG. What is the distance? 2 plus 1, 3. So 80 sine of 75 into 3, and it will again create the moment in clockwise sense. So 80 sine of 75 into 3. Similarly, I have taken the moment of this component. This component is again passing through point A, horizontal component, so it will not create any moment. So moment created by the vertical component force into perpendicular distance. So perpendicular distance is 5.5 and the force is 50 sine of 60. It is again in clockwise sense. So 50 sine of 60 force, this is perpendicular distance. Force into perpendicular distance about point A, and the sign is minus because it is clockwise. Then RB sine of 30 into 6. Similarly, the component of RB, vertical and horizontal. Horizontal component is again passing through point A. So the perpendicular distance of horizontal component is 0. So it will not create any moment about point A. So moment created by the only one vertical component of RB at point A. So this is force RB sine of 30 and perpendicular distance is the span of the beam AB, that is 6. So RB sine of 30 into 6. Now here in this case, the moment created by this force about point A is in anti-clockwise sense. So anti-clockwise we have assumed it is positive. Therefore, I have written over here the sign positive. After solving this equation, we will get the value of RB 173.98. Now substitute this value of RB into either in equation number 1 and either in 2. If you substitute in 2, you will get the value of A1. If you substitute the RB in equation number 1, you will get the value of AX. Thus, I have solved and I have got the value of AX and AY, that is 116.37 kN and 85.54 kN by back substituting in equation number 1 and 2. AX and AY is now resultant of these two. By using the formula, RA is equal to under root of AX square plus AY square, I will get the resultant of these two components, that is RA, and after that, if the direction is asked, you have to use this formula. Theta is equal to tan inverse of AY upon AX. You will get the direction of resultant or reaction at A with respect to horizontal. Okay. So, thus we have to tackle this problem. First step is to draw the free body diagram. While drawing the free body diagram, we have to replace the support by its reaction. So, if hinge support, 2 reactions. If roller support, 1 reaction. If fixed support, 3 reactions. Then we have to apply the condition of equilibrium. What is summation of f of x is equal to 0. Write down the equation, equate it to 0. Then second equation, summation of f of y, equate it to 0. Then third equation, summation of moment. You have to take the moment at any point. But remember that while taking the moment, you have to remember one concept, that always take the moment where there is a maximum number of unknowns at that particular point. So here the maximum number of unknowns at point A is 2. Therefore, I have the point A is suitable in order to take the moment, because these two unknowns are passing through that point, so they will not appear in your moment equation. Therefore, I have taken the moment about point A, and after that I will get the value of RB, and back substituting I will get the AX and AY. Okay. So thank you very much. We will stop here.